Hey guys, Jerry here and welcome back to GregTech, where today we're gonna do a bit of stuff that's not really related to GregTech as such, but is still gonna be, or is still a part of the mod pack that I've put together here. We're gonna play a bit with Biomes O Plenty, because we have all of these like different gems here. Some of them have been, you know, unified by GregTech, but some of them are still the Biomes O Plenty version, and there's a little trick you can do with these. Basically, you can make this ancient staff. Now this ancient staff, it needs another star, so we can't quite make it just yet, but we can prepare all the parts for it at the very least. So I kind of want to get that done, and then once we actually have another star, I think that's gonna be where we put the first one. I really wish there was an easier way to spawn these with the skeletons. I think we might actually end up going to the Nether and actually making a dedicated spawn platform for them. You know, taking one of these strongholds and just expanding a cross section and walling it up so that we have a rather safe place to stay while they spawn, and we can then go kill them and rinse and repeat. But right now I am looking for some end stone. There we are. Knew we had some. And then we're gonna see if we actually have all the gems to make the staff apart from the nether star. So, let's see. We definitely need one of these, 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 and one of these. I can't carry everything. Let's have a look. So, uses. That's for the topper, so we can't do that yet. Sapphire and tanzanite gives the bottom bit. So we have a sapphire here, tanzanite, and of course the sapphire just turned into the GregTech version, which means that apparently the recipe does not work. This is a problem. And the other one just turned into an olivine as well, which means that the recipe for that will also not work. How do I go around this without ruining everything? Because apparently everything is getting ruined by GregTech here. Without, you know, I don't want to go and alter the configs. I really don't. Like that seems a waste of time. It might not be a complete waste of time, but still I don't want to do it. Let's see, can I be quick and put this in here? Nope. Shit. How about if I take one of these? Nope. They convert immediately. This is an issue, because these don't work in the recipes. I might have to manually fix this by adding in Minesweeper to the mod pack and then just adding recipes that involve these bloody GregTech gems. But I don't know. This is really annoying actually. That's completely put off my plan, because, well, if I can't do it because of GregTech being ridiculously incompatible with everything else, then yeah, that is an issue. Anyway, in terms of other projects that I'm currently doing, I am trying to gather up a bit more of these energy flow circuits. I also almost have enough iridium to make one more of the heavy iridium plates, reinforced plates thingy. And then my thought was to make an adjustable energy storage unit, which, as you can see, contains 100 million energy units rather than the 40 million I have in this. So I'd basically move this one down a bit, so it would be here, and then I'd have the big one, and then the big one will feed into the smaller one, just so I have more storage in general. See, I've actually managed to make one more iridium here. So with this, I actually should have enough to make the plate. But of course there's a bit of process involved, because first of all you have to melt them, then you have to make it into a plate, then you have to make it into the plate that you have to compress, and then, you know, stuff gets messed up. So I've decided that I'm fine with using the old GregTech version of making diamonds, or the old industrial craft version with the coal chunks. Mostly because I've actually realized how scarce my coal resources are, considering how much I use for coal coke and such. So yeah, I figure that's a decent enough trade-off. So in terms of other things I have going on right now, I've been refining redstone here, been firing up the old rock crusher again. It's pretty good. It does a decent job, especially now that I actually moved the circuit board that I made for downstairs into this one. So this one gets all the power, and then I made a smaller, more efficient circuit board for the biomass production down here. So this machine doesn't suck nearly as much power, but still manages to keep this one going constantly. I can't speak anymore. So I have a good bit of, you know, UU matter being made here. I am slowly getting iridium fabricated. It's a long process still. Like, I could probably speed it up a bit if I had more recyclers, but then again, I need to have more material to recycle, and I think those two that I have right now are just about managed, that they can keep up with the saw. And the saw can apparently keep up with the farm outside. So overall, pretty well. That reminds me, I actually do need to check on the farm outside, because if the saw suddenly keeps up with it, that means that the farm has started working slower. And that's odd. Oh yeah, it's out of fertilizer. No wonder it's working slower. Let us just fix that, and then we'll move on to other things. So one thing I've considered, but I haven't acted upon yet, is whether I should start some Thaumcraft. Basically, Thaumcraft provides a number of things. It provides a number of tools that we don't have in, you know, GregTech normally. Stuff like crop automation that doesn't rely on the crop matron. It provides. Did I actually end up picking up the stuff? I guess I must have gotten in my miner's backpack then. Yeah. It provides, you know, golems so you can automate various things. It provides a bunch of tools that allow you to easier mine, like locate stuff in the mines. It provides you with an axe that can cut down a tree by just, you know, not having to climb up the tree and actually cut every single block. So in that sense, it actually supplements GregTech rather well. I'm just wondering whether I should do it in this, like in the main GregTech series, or whether I should, you know, do a spin-off. If that makes any sense. But then again, I think GregTech 5 is getting close to being released, which means that I can update the mod pack. I have said before, and I'll say it again, I don't want to update until or while he still says it's beta, because I just don't trust people who don't trust in calling their product finished. So once it's finished, I'll update, and I'll update all the other mods, and we'll have a bunch of fun with that. But until then, nothing really is gonna happen on that front. I'm gonna continue playing this pack because I know it works. I know I won't suddenly lose my world or any other sort of shit. So that's where I put my trust for now. Anyway, let's see. Since my plan now got ruined, what can we actually do? Like all of these little gems here, it's even a bit of waste of time, because GregTech just fucks it all up with its unification thing. I mean, the unification is nice and all when you're primarily going for GregTech, but as soon as you want to, you know, do something with the stuff that's being unified, then you're in trouble. Speaking of mod compatibility, there is also another one. I think I've mentioned this before, but I'll just quickly do it again. Basically, there is a very a rather big balance problem between GregTech and Thaumcraft in this stuff, the purified cinnabar ore. Basically, if you use here, you can see you can cook this into 10 quicksilver. This is wrong. This should be 10 quicksilver drops, but it gives the quicksilver itself. It's a recipe mistake. It's the wrong metadata. You can see it's actually item number has a slightly different item number, slightly different metadata. But in any case, this should give 10 quicksilver drops instead, but it doesn't, and I've confirmed it. It does give the 10 full. So you can basically cheat yourself in a bunch of quicksilver, which is useful for if you have a magic energy converter, you can get a shit ton of power out of that stuff. Anyway, the reason I went over here was to show this ridiculous amount of iron golems I have here. I don't know if these guys are actually breeding indefinitely or they're just spawning iron golems indefinitely, but one of them is definitely happening. And these guys also seem to keep teleporting outside the fences. In any case, I have an absolute army of iron golems protecting these guys, so even the ones running around like that are perfectly safe, because this amount of iron golems, there is just nothing a zombie can do, even if they did get in. I've also flattened out this area here, built it up, put a fence around it, so zombies can't actually get to it. So that's pretty cool. It took a bit of time, but I figure, well, we have this area over here now, we can do something with it potentially. I don't know what, but we have the option at least. Yeah, look at all these bastards out here, thinking they can get a piece of that. Sweetie, sweetie. There we go. And a villager zombie. That would have been the other option for us. If we couldn't get villagers transported, we could have purified some zombies. But that's a rather involved process, and you need to trap the zombies and everything else, and it turns into a bit of a mess. Let's have a quick look around. So over here, this looks like a mess. Basically, I've had to significantly expand the water system here with drains and such in order to accommodate the soil running constantly. So it's not pretty. Like, I should just have reconstructed it completely, but I didn't, and this is the result. It's working. It's not pretty, but it's working, so I'm fine with it. Now over here, I've been doing a bit of the bees, trying to get them to breed these trees, because I'm like 1 or 2 saplings short of being able to make the coastal sequoia. But it's been a long time now, and they just don't seem to want to fertilize anymore. Or let's pollinate, that's the one. They don't seem to want to pollinate anything. So that's a bit silly. These guys in here are starting to, like, I'm getting these esoteric bees here, which I think they're rather high up on the one of the magic beast tiers, but they don't really give that much good stuff for now. At least I haven't seen much good stuff from them yet. They do give these occult combs, but their production rate seems rather low. And these guys over here just don't give anything anymore. They don't. They've just stopped. Anyway, I do have a bit of bee stuff here, so it's not a big deal. I can just toss this in the chest and then do something with it whenever I get the centrifuge fired up again. I also have a bunch of frames here that I've apparently been picking up or crafting at one point and just haven't used them. Completely forgot about these. I have one oblivion frame if I wanted to try and quickly breed some bees. Got some beech nuts, but I don't really have any use for seed oil, so that's that. Yeah, interesting. But yeah, other than that, there's not really a lot happening in the GregTech world for now, because, again, everything is locked away behind a massive crafting wall. It's not only like the crafting, like I have to use assembly machines here. Why is my thing not showing up? There we are. I have to use assembly machines to make a lot of the stuff that I need. And these machines, even when overclocked, are still rather slow, so... And the amounts of stuff that I need to make are absolutely massive, which puts pretty much everything I want to do behind a 2 or 3 hour wall of just crafting stuff or leaving the server running or whatnot. And that kind of puts a damper on the mood to record, which is why I'm considering the whole Thaumcraft thing, maybe taking a short break from GregTech until it updates and just focus on Thaumcraft for a bit. Like, I would of course love to get a fusion reactor up and running before the end of this season. But if the fusion reactor, if like it as far as I know, it requires something like, I don't know, 150 chrome or something like that, which honestly, I'm not that far away from having it. Like I do have quite a bit of chrome and other stuff. I can't even remember what it looks like now, but I do have quite a lot of it. I have a good bunch of stuff. Like I can craft all these things. It takes so long. Even if I had a ton of sampling machines, it would still take ages to craft and refine and do stuff. Full automation, of course, is always an option, but that just still means that I need to keep the server running, and I need to, at some point, like without a mod like Applied Energistics, I will still have to manually oversee the damn thing, because the logic system in Buildcraft, I know it exists, but I don't know how powerful it is. And in any case, it can't possibly be as user-friendly as Applied Energistics is, which makes it hell of a lot more demanding in terms of like manual supervision. No, chicken, I'm tired of you up here. Like, I'm tired of you spitting eggs through my ceiling. I'm also tired of the chicken down here. Yeah, I even have a world anchor in order to keep my world loaded, because I don't want to stay on here for hours at a time just crafting. Like, that's the point we're at right now. Everything is turning into a grind, and it is really killing my mood. So, as I'm speaking here, I'm actually thinking that maybe it would not be a bad idea to take a pause from GregTech and just build a little thing over here for Thaumcraft, and, you know, start on that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna include you guys in the decision. Put your comments below. What do you think I should do? Because recording GregTech as it is right now is becoming more and more of a chore. Because, like, I wouldn't say GregTech has defeated me. I'm just saying that my time is getting more and more limited, and I would prefer to spend it in, you know, a bit more productively in terms of, you know, making episodes. Because at the moment, if I want to do something new in an episode, I need to spend 2 or 3 or 4 hours preparing for that 20-minute episode, and that's not very productive. It really isn't. But then again, if I then went over to Thaumcraft, I could spend maybe 10 minutes setting up machines in GregTech before, and then go over to do some Thaumcraft on camera, and then return and stuff will be done. Like that's sort of maybe what I had in mind. But yeah, again, I'm gonna let you guys weigh in on this, because, well, you're the ones who are watching. You're the ones who are supposed to, you know, find entertainment from what I do, and at the moment, the entertainment value of this is rather limited, I'd say. So yeah, post your thoughts in the comment below, and I'll check them out before next time. Until then, I'm Jerry, and this has been Whining About GregTech. See you next time. Bye.